Hello and welcome back to One Perk Survivor. I think I accidentally called this like solo Perk Survivor a couple times, but I mean, it's the same thing, like whatever. But welcome back to One Perk Survivor. Today's perk is Hope. So basically how this perk works is after the last gen's done, after all 5 gens are completed, you get a permanent 7% haste, which is faster movement speed. So to kind of explain how much speed this gives you, the average killer like Trapper or Knight, for example, I think Knight's a normal speed killer. Anyways, the average killer moves at 115% movement speed, and survivors move at 100% movement speed. That's just how they like measure the speed, I guess. So survivors 100%, average kill is 115. I think some killers like Huntress move at like, I want to say 110. It's like it's a little slower. But what this perk does is it changes you from 100% movement speed to 107% movement speed when all the gens are completed, which is it's a nice perk. Personally, I would say it's more of like a slot filler. But anyways, I'm gonna change the intros up a little bit. This is what I meant to do for the last ones, but I just didn't do this for some reason. So what I want to do with these intros is explain what I consider getting decent value out of these perks. So basically with this series, I'm not just throwing the perks on and like escaping and calling it a day. I want to actually get like visual use out of the perk if possible. So with this perk, what I would consider decent value, after all the gens are completed, I need to be in a situation to where the extra speed might have just barely prevented me from getting hit, basically. Maybe my wording was a little weird, I'm not really sure. That's the best way I can explain it. Basically the situation I think to be getting good visual value out of this perk is if I didn't have the speed, I would have got hit. If I did have the speed, I wouldn't get hit. There's probably other situations where this could be helpful, like escaping right before the thing ends, like the end-game timer, or like or just barely getting someone off the hook. But I feel like the best visual way to do it is if I'm getting chased by the killer and he happens to just barely miss his hit on me because of my speed. That's about the only thing I can really think of, so that's what I do for this video. So anyways, enough rambling, let's get on to the hope. Here we have crows. Killer took us here. So this should be interesting. I'm just gonna work on this gen. I don't really have any plans here. I'm trying to do this hope perk thing for a while. Like, it's not a bad perk. It's just A, you have to get to the end game, which isn't always possible. And B, I have to be in a situation where hope actually helped, so that I can consider it like decent value, which is like the whole point of this series, I guess. I'm trying to think what killer would go to area pros. Maybe like a well, it can't be a hillbilly. Then again, he has an intrude buddy, so I don't know. Maybe it's a hillbilly. I'm trying to, like, Blight? Would Blight like this? I don't know. Because personally, I wouldn't want to play this map ever as a killer, but that's just me. Legion. Strange choice. Is he farming? think this just seems strange. It's like a farming game or something. This has to be a farming game, isn't it? Which I'm not complaining. But at the same time, I just want to get this perk done. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe it's not. Is this real? Any mending add-ons? This might be a real game. I think my teammates are just looping the poor guy pretty hard. Okay. Well, shit. It's gonna be me to be the first one, isn't it? What? I'm really confused. Also, he has third seal. I think he's trying to hit everybody. What is this guy doing? He's doing like a slug build? I'm trying to figure it out. His third seal, he's like not downing people. See if I can find his hex, just in case he's planning to do some crazy slugging shenanigans. After I open his chest down here, get a little greedy with it. I don't know if this is even like a real game or not. It's kind of weird. Hey yo, don't mind if I do. Purple toolbox. Maybe I could get some Savo plays. They did another gin. This guy is up to something. He's gotta have like some crazy in-game build or something. This just seems strange. I've gotta find it. You know, I'm gonna start cleansing these totems. Cause I don't, personally, I don't trust the guy. You don't really ever see nice legions, and that's kind of for somebody who prestige legion to 3 for some reason. There goes Star Seal. Let's need 3 more totems. No, technically I'm not helping with gens, which is not that helpful to the team. But this guy has to have like no ed or some shit. I refuse to believe it doesn't. there's hope. I'll start on this chin. Okay. I'm still confused on what this guy's planning. Yourself, what are you doing? I might consider that value, honestly. Jesus. I know this one's kind of stretching it, but like, I might consider this whole value. Mainly because it's just kind of, it's not always clear if you're getting value out of a small speed boost or not. Is that auto? Oh. That's not good. Oh. Open the gates. That's right. No. Damn. So mad. Oh. I mean, there's not really much else I can do, is there? Like, I'm kind of sorry. I hope you guys make it out. I don't think she's gonna make it, is she? I should have waited, but he would have just picked me up and it would have been the same deal over. Or maybe he's letting her go. Well, I mean, he might as well go for it. Maybe he's like a legion. Nope. You're definitely not gonna make it. I'm sorry, man. If I wasn't trying to do a stupid Sebo play, I could have saved you. I'm sorry. She's not gonna make it. I probably could have done more to help. Maybe made my Sabo play way less obvious, but I mean, there's only so much I could do there. He wasn't really going for any... Oh, he had mad grit, so I'm an idiot. Interesting. I questioned the area of Crow's map though, because that's just an awful map, especially for, I guess Legion's kind of a fast killer if he's in his frenzy. But why would you want to go to this map? It's weird. But anyways, weird stuff aside. Hope. I mean, it's a helpful perk. I mean, it doesn't do anything bad. I would say it doesn't help as much as you think it would, but in the situations where it would help, it could literally save you from being hit. So it's like, it's one of those perks to where either nothing, you get like no value out of it at all, or you get a pretty significant value out of it. Because first of all, this perk's not even active until all the gens are done. Meaning, if you have to like make it to the end game, which is not a guaranteed thing unless you're like some crazy team who's like really good at what they do. Personally, I'm not the best player. I'm like average, I would say. And even if I play with my friends, half the time we don't escape, even with survive with friends, because we're just not that crazy skilled. But that's one thing with this perk. It does nothing until the end game, the last gen's completed. I think it used to not activate until a door was opened, and that was pretty bad. But I think this version of Hope can be helpful. I think the best situation I could think of for this perk, getting like a use out of it, is like, let's say all the gens are done and you happen to be the one that killers after. The extra 7% haste really helps if you're in a situation where you're like inches away from getting hit from the killer, and like if you didn't have the speed boost he would have hit you, but like if you did have the speed boost he would like completely avoid him. That's like, this video is probably like the best like visual I could get of Hope. It was kind of tough because half my games are just your average people killing themselves in Hook after getting hooked one time for no reason, and then we never make it to end game because of that, or if I do get Hope activated, the killer just isn't after me, or if they are, I'm just never in a situation where the speed boost like saved me. So I would say this perk is good as it is. I think that's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be one of those perks that only helps at the end game. Kind of like adrenaline to wake up. It's not really supposed to help throughout the whole match. It's meant to be just like a nice, you know, just a nice speed boost that might help you. And honestly, it's not a bad perk. Like, it's pretty decent. I would say by itself, it's okay. I mean, personally, I would still rather run more perks with it, obviously. But then again, the average person's not running one perk unless they're doing a tomb challenge, so... I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about this perk. Oh no, my game didn't freeze. Okay. But anything else to say about this perk? I mean, I would call it a pretty good, like, perk slot filler. Like, say you have 3 perks selected, but you can't figure out what to put as your 4th, this could be like a good filler perk. Like, it helps. It can help you in situations. But it doesn't always help you. So it's like... I want to say risk for reward, but there's not really a risk. Because all you're getting is a speed boost. So I don't know exactly what I'd call this perk, but... it's a good perk. Would use this over Guardian any day. The next perk after this... I want to say Inner Healing. But let me just check real quick. I believe it's Inner Healing, because I think I was going to skip Inner Healing because it was disabled, but they brought it back. Oh, yeah, it is Inner Healing, which should be an interesting perk. I don't think I've ever really used Inner Healing, but it seems like a pretty decent perk from what I've seen. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Next time we will be doing Inner Healing.